Welcome to Keith and the Girl.
Happy
I'm
birthday, Keith. Happy birthday.
It is. It's my day. This show was so fun. Hi, folks. Welcome to Keith and the Girl week. You're going to love it. You're going to love it. It's not too late for people, right, Chemda?
No, last night we had our first show, and I don't know how you feel, but in a first show of 5 events, I think it has a big weight on it. You have to be ready for a lot. It's the big start. It sets the tone. And I was so happy after this show. Thank you to all the guests that you're about to hear, the people backstage, the people watching, asking questions. It was so much fun. What a great start to Keith and the Girl Week. And if you want tickets to the rest of this week's events, keithandthegirl.com/tickets, you got to join. It's so much fun live.
I think my girlfriend's going to come over today. Thinks she's surprising me. And I'm a little tired from just working on all this stuff a little bit, to be honest. Kind of describe to people what I'm doing right now.
What is, oh, all right. He's got a little package, opening it up, taking out a couple of blue pills and
just one,
and chewing it.
It's Blue Chew. She's got to come over, and I might be tired, but not in my heart and my brain. And I'm going to have a rock hard penis. Blue Chew is a unique online service that delivers the same active ingredients as Viagra and Cialis. Fraction of the cost. It's not even close. It's not even close. I'm going to see her later, and all the intention will be there. That's on my part. But the tablet will make sure things get done. If you want to make sure you're ready when the time comes, it's Blue Chew. Keith Malley said it. There's a special deal.
It. I just witnessed it.
I kind of like the taste of a little. I'm still chewing a little bit.
I usually like the blue version of whatever, like the blue one in the candy pack, in the candy roll. The blue one I like.
It's a little different. This one gives you a boner. We got a special deal for you. Try Blue Chew free when you use our promo code KATG at checkout. $5 shipping. Okay. Yeah. That's a fair deal. $5.
And the shipping is very subtle. It's not blue on the outside. They don't get cute at all.
Right. They don't chew blue and their tongue's blue and hand you a pack and go, good luck.
Yeah, there's no wink. There's no wink anywhere.
BlueChew.com, promo code KATG. Receive your first month free. Thank you, Blue Chew. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to her. How about that? All right.
It is a little pressure, right? Because you have to work through your birthday.
Yeah.
But your partner usually wants to participate in a non-work way. But that, like you said, is more energy. So congratulations to both of you.
Thank you. And good for her. Good for her that she gets to know me. Thank you, Blue Chew. This is so fun. Be part of Keith and the Girl Week. Enjoy the show. Yeah, I really don't care. I think Marla Grayson is much worse than Bernie Madoff. Okay, whatever. All right. Bye, Mom. I love you. Oh, we're live. Okay. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Keith and the Girl. I'm Keith Malley.
I'm Chemda. Welcome to Keith and the Girl Week. Happy birthday, Keith, all week.
Thank you. Thank you very much. We're going to have a lot of fun today. Before we get into it, we got to get into the big news, of course. Bernie Madoff, passed away in jail, 82 years young.
Rest in pieces. How'd he die?
How'd he die? I don't know, Chemda. He was stacking soup for the poor and it toppled over and crushed him. How'd he die? Chemda, he's in prison. He's 82 years old. How'd he die? He was doing traffic safety for a school and a bus hit him. How'd he die? Chemda, please. He's 82 and he was in prison. How'd he die?
I'm sorry.
He had a 150-year prison sentence, served 12 years. And it's a bummer he died because with good behavior, he could have had that 150 years cut in half, I bet.
I know that you really love those prison sentences of 150 years where you know the guy's not going to live that long. Nobody will. But just in case they find the science, you want to make sure that they're going to stay in jail through it.
I want no confusion. I want absolutely no confusion. All right. Look, we're going to have a lot of fun today. It's very exciting. We have the funniest people you've heard on this show. You've mentioned it. We agreed. What else will we do today? We'll make some kind of nod to us being socially aware. That'll be fun. I have a dad update. Very excited. It is my birthday, and that cannot be denied, and he knows it as well. So we'll get to all of that. First, let me introduce to you our buddy Newsy. Newsy will be answering your questions. So hit the Q&A button, leave a question. He'll curate them together. How you doing, buddy?
Hey, all you. Wait, no. Happy birthday to Keith. That's the song to sing.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
Newsy, today you will be the voice of the people. Is that a weight on you?
People, I am your voice. So don't come with no whack shit.
All right, I'm excited. I told you. All right, let's bring them all in, shall we? First up, this guy from Vice Media, fantastic comedian. You love him. Calvin Cato, also joining us.
I got the timing right.
Yeah. Keith and the girl favorite. She said to write that, but I assume that she did the research. Myka Fox.
Hey, how are you?
Good,
Happy birthday.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much. That's sweet to say.
Not you, Chemda.
No, it's me. It's always me. I'm sorry.
With 4 albums and a new one coming out called Show Your Work, here he is, Christian Finnegan.
Hi, everybody.
Nice. From NPR's Ask Me Another.
Why?
Ophira, he can't help it. Here she is, Ophira Eisenberg.
Hi.
Oh, very, came from across the room. Very beautiful introduction. And from the Risk podcast, your pal and mine, Kevin Allison.
Hello.
Hello.
What's up, everyone? Happy birthday, Chemda.
I hate when people do that. I don't try to make it a big deal, but when it's the exact opposite, it's a real bummer.
I really like to test people who say, I don't actually care about my birthday. Give me yours. I care. I care a lot. More than the movie.
Chemda saw Myka doing one of these Zoom shows just the other day. And you mentioned how she pointed out that, oh, great, because it's a Zoom show and I live with my boyfriend and he's a performer. Now he has to be invited, right? Did I catch that right?
He invites himself. You know, he's like, he listens right outside of the door. You know what I mean? Just waiting for a moment to jump in.
Does he scratch like a cat until you go, fine, tell your thoughts too?
You know, if anybody cancels, I'm here.
I know, honey. Okay.
Did you ask the booker if I could do 5? Did you ask the booker if I could do 5?
Does it make things awkward? Is it awkward? Like, no, I'm sorry, you weren't picked. I don't know what to tell you.
No, you know, I bring him on because usually I'm bombing anyway. I'm no fun.
Is it easier to bomb now that it's a Zoom world and you're never going to have to see these people again?
Is this still for me? Because, I fucking love it. You know what I mean? I'm not even drunk for this. Who cares? Like, I don't even need to have fun. You know, I'm wearing
I can't believe.
I don't know. So,
what? You didn't drink for our show? I am so offended. Are you taking this seriously?
I know. Is that rude of me? No, I'm not even being professional about it. I was like, I don't even need to get drunk for this.
Wow. All right. Good luck.
Sorry, everybody.
I think that's gross.
I got drunk. Sorry.
Christian?
I got drunk yesterday for this. So
Good for you.
just in preparation. But
All right. I have a couple news stories here for us.
Ophira for that.
But the second one was. And we'll go over a couple news stories here. And everybody, obviously, feel free to jump in as you want. I'm hearing that a BBC executive, he's the diversity chief of the BBC. He says that Idris Elba's character in Luther isn't black enough to be real.
What's Luther?
It's an unhinged cop.
Luther's a crappy show that people think is good because it's on the BBC.
No,
Okay.
it's good.
gasp! How
It's
dare you?
good.
It's fine.
And
It's fine.
it gets creepier. It starts in the procedural where Idris Elba's character as Luther
Okay.
is like the cop that has to use a little extra force, to get things done. But watching him beat the shit out of people is amazing. And then as it proceeds, Calvin knows it turns more into horror.
Oh, Ophira, does
So wait a
he
minute.
beat people up black enough, would you say?
Don't
answer that. Don't take
I'm gonna say yes.
I can leave the chat if you want to discuss this further. It's okay.
Calvin, they're saying that his character, quote, doesn't have this person, the diversity chief, who obviously earned it. The character doesn't have any black friends and doesn't eat any Caribbean food.
I mean, but that's like
Black
Yeah.
enough.
It's weird because Ophira earlier, she told me she thought it was too black, which I thought was weird.
I said it was blue. Okay, I said it was blue.
Ophira, I saw.
Wait, we were asking Calvin. We're literally.
I got it.
Erasure.
it's fine. I get it. I'll just go to Georgia. It's fine. I get it. Okay.
What do we think, Calvin? What do we think about this news? Have you
Well,
seen?
I mean, I'm on a podcast with all non-black people right now, so I feel like that's kind of my black experience. I think it's black enough.
Newsy, please turn on your camera.
Well, I was going to say, Ophira just got her citizenship. Newsy, good to see you.
Great.
What is that test? The American citizenship test. What did they ask?
The civics test? What do
Is
they
it a
ask you?
civics test? Yeah.
Oh, Keith,
a hu-
you
it's
already
a-
failed. You called it something stupid.
All right, it's 100 questions. They give you 10 in the room randomly. It's an oral exam. There's questions from history, geography, government. Do you want one?
Yeah, let's see who gets these first.
All right, do you want a hard one or easy one?
What?
Whatever you got.
Easy.
You want to eat or a tricky one?
I would like to, I always remind myself that my mother took this test and passed it. That is the reason why I have my citizenship. And full respect, she speaks 3 languages, but I can't say that, she can write a paragraph in English, full grammar, and remember things. Like, I don't know. When people speak to her, all of a sudden she can completely lose the English language altogether, So
My mom was like that.
Does that make sense? Yeah.
Yeah.
Your mom spoke Hebrew?
She spoke Dutch and Hebrew
Dutch.
and Yiddish and certain times you would be like, oh, you have spent no time in Canada, even though you've been here for 40 years. Because all of a
Right.
sudden-
So,
So
when
she
you're
passed this test. Uh-huh.
when you're taking the test, do they say, okay, this is an easy one?
No, it was totally random. And by the way, you do have to write out a sentence to prove that you can write English. And my friend was like, oh, I like to dance. You know what I got? Citizens can vote. I was like, all right.
What do you mean? They tell
they-
you, like, what? Yeah. Well, how's that phrased?
So that you have to prove that you can speak and write English.
Uh-huh.
Unless you have an interpreter. If you bring an interpreter.
So they
that's a whole-
give you the written and you have to say it out loud, or vice versa?
No, he says, here's in this case, it's an iPad with a stylus, but it used to be a pen and paper. Write the following sentence down.
Wait, you can just use an interpreter? That's also part of the test?
I'll go
Can
that
I know.
way.
I was thinking of exercising freedom of expression and I guess mixture of freedom of speech and saying that I spoke a language that only myself and there's only one other native speaker.
Wow. Yeah, and have an
And-
interpreter who's really good at American civics.
That's right. Exactly.
What?
All right, all right.
Still give us a question. Yeah. Question.
Here we go.
question.
Okay. And they're just basic. This is just trivia. There's nothing deep here.
Okay.
Is this your guys' way of kicking me out of the country?
Let's see what's up.
This is like an intervention, but like for my citizenship. It is not cool. Okay, I can do this. Go ahead.
How many voting members are there in the House of Representatives?
256.
100.
435.
Anyone else?
$1.
Calvin is correct.
Price is right.
435 sounded good to me.
Calvin is correct. 538 is actually electoral votes, and that's made up of 435 plus 100 in the Senate, plus an extra 3,
No
which I'm
extra
told
credit,
are
Ophira.
But how many of
Shadow
these are
senators.
legal votes? We want the legal votes.
Yeah, well, exactly. Okay,
bullshit.
okay. Speaking of that,
Oh, by the way, sorry. So you were adding all the numbers together. 538. Yeah.
538. Okay, what? This is a tricky one. What are two rights from the Declaration of Independence?
Oh, there
Bearing
are none.
arms.
What?
No,
the right to
you're-
live Moss. I'm sorry, that was Taco Bell. I'm sorry.
Declaration of Independence.
Pursuit
Yeah,
of
there are none
happiness
in it.
and breathing free.
You
Did I
can't
get
quarter
'em?
soldiers.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's actually life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Those are the three
Oh.
unalienable
Yeah.
rights.
Well, in the right to party, but you have to fight for it.
That's
in New
only-
York. You got to come to
that-
New York to fight for that.
That's only
no
if you
party
don't
till
sleep
Brooklyn.
until Brooklyn.
No.
And then there were many more. And then there's also, I think this is the one that I found. I don't know. I thought I was just like, we got to rewrite so many of these questions. But it is, who was in America before the Europeans settled?
I rate back.
Oh my
I rate
God.
nice try.
I'm gonna write Israeli.
My teachers
It's
are
pretty
wacko.
funny to say Native
Palestinians.
American.
So that's the answer. They want Native Americans or American Indians. That's what's written down. And I was like, that's you don't say that. That you don't give them the name that the colonists.
Yeah.
And so in the room, that happened to be my random question. And I said, indigenous people.
Ooh.
And then the guy looked at me and I got scared and I was like, Native Americans. Native Americans.
Never mind. Fuck them.
I was like, I just want to get through this. I just want to get through this.
Ophira, we do have an agent in the chat room asking, do you know who is on Rushmore?
Oh, who's on
Yes.
Mount Rushmore?
Yeah, that's a good one. Now, that's not on the test, but that's excellent. So let me think if I got this right. It's
I'll just give
okay.
you a hint. Trump was trying. That never went through.
Oh God, yeah.
Okay, so Washington, Lincoln, Roosevelt, and Bethany Frankel in her amazing stand-up act, and I'm missing one person. So
Peter
I have- Oh wait, Jefferson, of course, because he wrote the Declaration of Independence. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Were
sure.
you nervous at all?
Which
Who knows?
Roosevelt?
Who knows? Could be anybody.
Excellent.
Yeah.
It would be the Second World War hero FDR.
Wrongo.
No.
Is it? It's Teddy.
It's Teddy.
Eddie.
Ah, okay. See, I didn't know that. Okay, because he was why?
Well, because FDR wasn't alive when.
Yeah, it was. It probably.
Oh yeah, right.
started
Because he's
construction.
cuter. No, according to the chat, it's because he was cuter.
He started the National Park Service.
He had more
Mustache
Mustache
chiseled
is
look.
very in right now.
Mm-hmm.
And now everybody will let us know who should stay in the country and who should.
That's what
By
the
name?
ultimate goal of Keith and the Girl podcast has been the entire time.
Determining who should stay in the country.
It is like Survivor.
Newsy, let's go to some questions. How's the Q&A going?
Well, there is Matthew who wants to know, Keith, your ability to leave fries on a plate when you're like finished eating stuff. You had your sandwich and there's a few fries left. It's
Mhm.
fine, whatever, leave it there. Is that like all Malleys? Do your brothers and sisters, they all that way?
Can I
don't
just
find it so
explain
crazy.
this, because Keith isn't going to understand why he's getting this question. But Keith does one of these things. I open a bag of chips and I have my sandwich, and sandwiches go with chips. and
I'm
so
sorry, one
that's why-
second. I hear Micah's roommate whistling, being like, "Oh, my attention."
It's not me.
I know
That's my husband. One moment.
I know as well.
He thinks she's taking the citizenship test again.
right.
Okay, so he'll open a bag of chips, and a bag of chips will only be opened and eaten if he has a sandwich, because you don't eat chips for no reason. Okay, so the chips.
What?
Thank you.
Oh, wrong.
Now
But
now
the
he
reason
eats-
is the chips. The chips are the
Yeah.
reason.
Yeah.
So he eats it's like he doesn't understand what eating chips for dinner means. Okay. So he'll eat the sandwich and some chips. The sandwich is very even. In fact, like sometimes you'll just see like the sides are just filled with like sandwich and chips. And if he's done with the sandwich, before the chips are over, he puts away the chips and that's it. Same with the French fries. The French fries go with the hamburger. You don't just get French fries like an animal. And once the hamburger is done, the French fries are left on the table like a sociopath.
It goes together.
Out of the
goes
country.
What kind of eating disorder is this? Is there a name for it?
You can't leave wounded soldiers on the plate.
Or something?
The side items there are made so that it goes with each bite, and then when your bites are done, the bonus is done.
Yeah, the one common trait of all serial killers is leaving fries on the plate.
When you get sandwiched with fries, do you go, fuck, now I got to deal with the sandwich also?
Yeah.
Well,
And I guess you just pour your drink out and you also take your clothes off, and you turn the lights out because the sandwich is done. So who needs anything else that was fucking there while you were eating it, right?
The minute that last bite goes down the throat, everybody stop! I'm done with my sandwich.
And then get this. You don't just have dessert. You earn dessert by eating your salad first, then your meal, and then you get dessert. Don't eat them out of order because then you're crazy.
Would you want to? Why would you want to eat them out of order? Restaurants all figured out in the order. Why are you acting like this is news? Pay attention.
Well, the Europeans put the salad last. The Europeans put the salad last.
You could do that if you want to have fun, but
Classic
like
rule follower Keith Malley over here loves rules and abiding by them. Can't get enough of them.
By the way, was anyone else creeped out by just hearing the phrase "all the Malleys"? I was like, "What?"
Just follow us. There's so much fries and chips when we're done.
I do have somebody in the chat here. Paulo asks, when was Myka's last bath?
She's not a fan of bathing per se.
And can I have a bottle of the bathwater?
That's a good question. Is it a bath? Like, does it have to be like an actual suds full of my own filth, or did it mean shower also?
They mean
either
shower
way,
also, yes.
No, my hair does look, in the chat, it says my hair looks awesome. The thing is, okay, so I got a blowout on Saturday, so you do the math.
Wait, but we didn't get all the Malleys answer. Is it all the Malleys?
I didn't study it. I ate normal. I didn't see anybody eating abnormal. So yes, I would assume they're human beings like me.
Oh, the Malleys.
Rated
We
R.
walk like Reservoir Dogs.
Rated R. Oh, these are the best questions.
So this is a fun little question that can go out to all of the guests. How have you found that New York has changed in the last year?
I haven't seen any of it in the last year. So in that regard.
Apparently we have a lot of bike routes, and that's really nice. So it's really me that's changed. Like I'm seeing the bike route as opposed to the train route. Some stuff's been shut down.
Yeah, there's a lot of things shut down.
Yeah. A couple of the restaurants around here are no more. One of them had a sassy note on their window. Like they're like, now you guys did it. We're shutting down. See, it was some kind of we told you, and we couldn't reopen, and this is all bullshit. Yeah. Like couldn't make it. Yeah.
I mean, we've had two big ones. One, rents went down, so that's huge. Like, I have an apartment with a backyard. I could never have that before the pandemic, and I can smoke weed wherever the fuck I want.
Yes.
And as a white person, I always could, but now I extra can do it with my black friends.
Not feel weird.
Thanks, Myka.
You're welcome.
I also feel like I guess it's been 2 weeks that things have been open, and going to comedy clubs and seeing comics. Everyone's really nice right now. Yeah, it makes me want to do a podcast called "I Thought You Hated Me," where we just figure out what's going on right now. Because why do you want to hug me? I don't get it. So there's some goodwill.
I feel like other than literal trips to go to do shitty rooftop shows, I don't really know what's going on outside of my own neighborhood. Nobody's just going to other parts of the city for the fuck of it. Do you know what I mean? So it's like,
yeah.
You have a pretty good tab on what's going on in your 7 to 10 block radius, But beyond that, I don't really know what's going on in the city.
Yeah, not much going on near my dentist either.
It's sad because it used to be a hopping area. I mean,
How sad is it when you see somebody's relationship not work out during a pandemic? And it's like, oh, they'd rather just die alone than be with you and ride this out.
I don't know. I kind of feel like it's like they learned, it's like good for them that it's like they had a concentrated sort of experience of togetherness and they managed to sort of figure out that it wasn't working before they wasted 10 years of their lives.
Keith just likes to remind people that he's having sex. It's weird.
True story.
Christian,
like he needs
somebody in the chat.
Did he remind him that? Because I live with a person and I don't think that indicates sex at all. So I think it's actually contraindicated. I think there's a really good chance that if I had been alone during the pandemic, I would have gotten laid more than I do now.
Oh, I hope he's listening in.
Oh, for sure. Absolutely. 100%. Yeah.
Christian, one of the
sir.
guests is curious. Are you still staying at QED? And what is the clothes behind you? Are you planning on doing a wardrobe change mid-show?
Now, I am at QED currently, but no, we got a new apartment about a month ago. So we're
Does
no
it have
longer
a backyard
living
like Myka?
at QED. No, but we're literally maybe 200 yards from the front door here, so we still have the QED backyard to use as our own. And
now
so
everybody knows where they live.
I know. Oh, we live literally. Oh my God, I haven't seen you guys since. I live 50 feet from the old KATG studios.
Glad we're not there anymore.
Oh.
Thanks, Chris.
That's great.
Why do you think we moved there? No, we're literally across.
Yeah, the rates went up
right
real
there.
quick.
Yeah. But yeah, so we have a new apartment and our new couch was delivered today. Very exciting. And but yeah, so we are no longer sleeping here. I was sleeping on that stage for a number of months. We're hundreds.
And it
of
was
open
strange
micers
to watch a
talk
show
about their
there,
penises.
and he's just sleeping in the back of the stage. It was very odd.
Yeah, we streamed it. It was but no, and these are I'll make this quick if that's possible at this point. This QED has been transitioned in sort of a bookstore, retail shop, or whatever. But there's a vintage clothing pop-up shop that will be ending, but that has been here, and so these are vintage clothings from Vintage Queens. You can look it up. You're intelligent people.
Do we wake you up
Vintage
like on?
Queens?
Vintage Queens is the name of the pop-up shop.
Oh, okay. I was like, all right. Is this like the beginning episodes of Drag Race? What are we talking about?
Yeah, it's a retro, it's a period piece of drag queens. No. But yeah, that's a long-winded answer to a question that one weirdo wanted an answer to.
I have a question for Kevin. How much of the Risk podcast is just going to be stories from people who did things they weren't supposed to be doing during the quarantine going forward?
Oh God, yeah. Well, we had a lot of that at the beginning. Like there was a gal who like jotted off to Canada for some dominant and submissive relationship that she had started online, and then realized, oh hey, he's not a great match. It's like, yeah, couldn't you have foreseen that in that you started your dominant and submissive relationship online? But no, I have my whole thing is that I don't have any stories because I'm the only fucker I know. I'm like the most sexed person in the universe. And I seem to be the only one who like stopped having sex this past year. This weekend, I'm like, maybe I'll finally return to having a sexuality.
Have you been trying mail order piss like I recommended? Call me down.
It's so expensive these days.
I'll bet.
Commodity.
Yeah,
Can you
maybe
get
I
it
should-
hot?
Pissbox. It's like a monthly subscription service, and they
I
give you different
love
kinds
that.
of piss from different.
I just hope it's not an
artisanal piss vendors.
NFT,
And some of them are in perfume bottles.
Mhm.
That's nice.
Kevin accidentally orders the idea of piss,
Hey,
Well,
hey,
that
is
really
there
is
anyone,
the fetish.
Is there anyone who developed a fetish to sort of have sex with people who are currently going through COVID?
Bug chasers?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I think so. I think there was a little bit of talk about that kind of thing at one point for sure.
Why,
But-
Christian? Are you looking for a new hobby?
Hey, the night is young.
Oh.
I mean,
saw.
you'd get it, right?
I guess.
You think. You're doing it right.
Nothing about it makes sense.
Before the show, we had some backstage people checking in, and I said, "Hey, any questions you want to ask?" And Peter brought up he wants to know if you ever made a piss cocktail, no pun, of some kind. Do you mix it or do you just we go pure, right? We're not fucking around. You finally get it out of the guy. We're not gonna fuck with it, right?
No, but
Everything goes good with vodka.
There used to be a fella who would perform at the Cock back in the day in the 90s. And he had a beautiful, beautiful butt. His name was Chiron, I guess. And every act he did, he'd put on some music, get up and do something with his butt. And one night it was mixed a martini in his, but so the right amount
how many options do you have to do with your butt? I don't mean to sound like I'm,
One was popcorn, stuck a cob of corn up his butt and then started spitting out popcorn.
And he spits out done popcorn? Now that's magic.
Exactly. But no, he did make a, with vermouth and whatever, mixed a martini in his butt and then
Sorry, 1 second. When he's doing the vermouth, does he do it on the side, like slowly, just a little minute?
A whisper,
right? Just a whisper.
Yeah, do you mean that he like a martini enema in his butt and then farted it back out?
Yeah, and then had a little sip, Yeah.
You got to get so drunk off of that, right?
They say,
yeah. No, if you put anything up your butt that will go into your bloodstream, that's a very quick way. Like coffee enemas, people get right away.
Yeah. That's common knowledge.
Kevin goes, yeah.
It is.
Did you put alcohol in your butt, Calvin?
No.
What?
I'm thinking.
That was a weird no. That was a very extended no.
I think for sure somebody else put it up his butt and that was his out. He was like, no, I can technically answer that.
Did I
done that
put alcohol in my butt?
Before,
What's that, Calvin?
I have done that with a drug before. It does work. I was very surprised.
Say the drug or don't bring it up.
Yeah.
Say their names.
It was actually beta blockers. It was to prevent him from having a heart attack. So.
Say cocaine on the record.
All right. Advil. All right.
Is it cocaine?
I would like to plead the fifth, as Ophira, our new citizen, would say.
Okay, cool. Okay, I hear you.
That's what
do
they
that.
teach you. Now, these butt tenders, would they do tricks like a regular bartender, where they'll take their ass over 5 shot glasses and fill it up the right amount?
I think we should start our own business around it.
Would they offer a felching kind of situation?
I would hope so.
Right?
And do they have to wear like a fancy vintage vest and sort of, get the whole mixologist sort of look, and then they're just pantsless from the waist down?
I did that. Did anyone else take bartending classes?
I took bartending classes.
The only part of this that makes sense is the muddling. You could do a great job muddling. Put the mud in muddling, so to speak.
Start with a little fruit.
And a little mint up there never hurt nobody.
This is something.
Yeah, it's been a great brainstorm.
Oh my god! Get back out there soon, Kevin. Sorry, buddy.
Let me make my mind map.
All right, I want to show. I'm excited about these. About something I got from my dad. Chemda, if you don't mind, not to put you on the spot, could you just recap real quick the latest between me and my father, where all the demon Malleys came from?
Father, as an ex-Catholic priest, Father Malley, is no longer talking to Keith. Or is Keith no longer talking to him? You never know. Probably Keith's not talking to him because he keeps getting correspondence from his dad, no matter what he did, including sending his dad the link, keithandthegirl.com/dad, with all the episodes lined up about every time we talked about him in 1 year span, where he was emailing Keith's ex-wife, thinking that it was Keith's ex-wife, when really it was Keith, when he hit on her with, quote, my jingling libido and things like that. We are at Keith's mother is in a care facility.
Right.
And in order to get the children's attention, and we're calling them children loosely, they're all around 40.
Right. I told my dad, hey, I know all about this thing with my ex because it was really me. You were trying to hit on her, but for the most part, except for the very first email, you were talking to me, and I know that. And he's like, I never did it. It wasn't me. And I'm like, I got everything fucking right here. It wasn't me. I wrote everything a letter. It wasn't me. And so he tries to ignore that and just come up with something out of the blue.
And so now, because Keith's mother's in a care facility, they need to get updates. And in order for him to try to get attention from his kids, he gives them a little bait in an email. If you want to know how your mother is doing, you will respond to my email.
Right.
Oh, he's an old Jew also?
Jewish priest.
Don't even say that. Don't even say that. No Jewish got in them. No.
I did one of those DNA tests, and it came up that I'm 1% European Jew. And one of my brothers told my dad that, and he said, no, we're no percent Jewish. No one was ever with a Jewish person. That is impossible. They're like, okay, all right.
That was like me on my first day of Hebrew school.
Right.
No. Not even 1%.
I'm none of this stuff. Right.
No one lived in a whale. It didn't happen.
I do have to be honest. My daughter-in-law, you make my libido jingle. So he's hoping that somehow we'll move past that because I want to know, what my mom is up to. Now, meanwhile, one of the other kids will tell me what's going on, so I don't care. And I haven't been interacting at all. He'll be like, are you curious what she's up to? And I'll just ignore it. And so I was surprised to find out today in my mailbox, I got a birthday card from my dad. And then,
last time he said that he sent you something, but you must have given him the wrong address because that's how you have your fun. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Or wrong address deliberately, or returned it back to him deliberately.
Okay.
Got a job at the post office for their special stickers and stamps to play tricks.
It was weird that the birthday card said greetings from your ex-wife's house, which I thought.
I'm like, we picked out those stickers together. But oh well. So then I see this that I'll read to you, but then I go through more of the mail and I saw another card from him. I thought I was having deja vu. I'm like, what the fuck? I thought I didn't open the card yet or something. And then it was an Easter card as well. Okay, so very exciting stuff. Big day today. So remember he said he sent a personalized card?
Yeah, whatever that means. Like what? Isn't a card just personalized? A personalized
if you wrote
card?
the address on it. It becomes personalized.
You didn't forward an email from someone else?
Personalized.
Right. So this is how we're going to get past that he tried to fuck my ex-wife and be friends again. Here's the card. It says, I'll hold it up to the camera. Happy 47th birthday. Then pictures of me as a kid. And then he puts little captions underneath the first one with me and a cake. It says, Mom always made the cutest cakes. And then underneath that is a picture of me. And it says, yes, I'm cute and I know it. So a little laughter after trying to bang my ex. And then
that's what he meant by personalized.
This is what he means by personalized.
Bored.
So you open it up and then it's just more pictures. It's me but they're all as a child because we never did anything as an adult.
Because
it was the last time you stopped being mad at him for trying to fuck your ex-wife.
Right.
Those were the good days.
Here's me running through a field, and it says, cute, happy son, days of innocence, CENSE, but that's all right. He's got a lot going on.
Yeah, before you tempted me with your ex-wife, you...
You weren't even thinking about trying to get me to fuck your ex. You were just running through the field. Happy memories, Mom and Dad. And then the back is some other pictures, but he was out of captions. Inside is a fun little pull-out. Written... What are these, by the way?
Didn't they used to just send you cash?
Yeah, I used to get cash when Mom was sane. Now she's in a home and I get weird shit. This is a piece of paper that has best wishes written 47 times because I'm 47.
This is like
No!
It's
It's like The Shining. That's not okay.
Fun. Best wishes. 2 best wishes. Written 47 times.
Did you count or was there numbers next to them?
The numbers are next to it.
That's even worse. I'm not
Are you
gonna
sure
lie.
your dad's
It's
not
worse.
Q?
Or Bart Simpson?
And 1 to grow on plus 1. And then another best wishes. So I have
I think
48
every
best wishes.
day one best wishes is going to disappear, and on the last day,
Oh my
You're
god.
dead. you're dead.
Then it says, I originally wanted to include the picture of you riding the elephant in Pittsburgh, but I could not relocate it. I just saw it a few days ago. The
That
end.
was the other one time you might have had fun. Keith, name 3 times you had fun as a kid.
Oh, man. I better get my sandwich and my chips just right.
That's such a standard birthday thing to do across the board, though, to also talk about what you didn't get to, what you're not getting.
Right.
Like, by the way, I also couldn't find this, and this also wasn't going to happen. So, just so you know, happy birthday with the shitty stuff that I was able to put together.
Right.
Unless
So-
the elephant in Pittsburgh was another ex of yours.
That was a bigger lady.
I didn't like that. I didn't like that. I didn't like that.
But on what planet could you go, oh, okay, thanks for the card. Forgiven. Like, if I just, you're saying it never happened that I accused you of trying to fuck my ex-wife, and I was, because I told him about /dad, it's public. We've been talking about you, but somehow you can let that go too. That's how mature you are.
Look, you say I tried to have sex with your ex-wife. I say tomato. Can we just move?
We could just
Tomato
talk like
soup.
nothing happened because you gave me a picture when I was of kids. By the way, now that I think about it,
Let it out, Keith.
he had these pictures because when I did get married, we did something cute at the wedding where there was pictures of me as a kid, then pictures of my ex as a kid. So those are the pictures that were in a folder that we had my parents find. So on his computer is that folder of pictures for Keith's cute wedding bullshit.
So another link to your ex-wife.
Yeah, it's a little strange.
Wow.
Do you think he keeps it in the file of all the pictures of your ex-wife? And that's he just pulled out the ones of you as a kid.
Yeah,
Do
every
you
time,
think
every
that
time he
he-
sends you something, you should just respond with a picture of like cat in a bathing suit or something.
Oh.
Just to-
Do you think he thought he sent that to Kat?
This card?
Yeah, to your ex.
What? Do I think he sent the birthday card to my ex?
Not
You
worth
said it so
repeating.
sincerely. You said
Happy
it so
birthday,
sincerely.
I'm trying to. It's my straight face.
That's pretty straight. But maybe,
You were
who knows?
considering it.
I don't know. Like he has to be careful with the addresses so he doesn't get confused. Then the Happy Easter. He knows I'm not religious. He knows I'm atheist. But Happy Easter, Keith Mark Malley. So he knows my full name. Picture of a cross.
I would have gone with
Indeed.
Mark.
That's right.
He already has a brother named Mark.
That was
They're,
taken.
they're repeating.
Yeah, he repeats.
There's only
he
so
repeats
many
the
names, Chemda. I mean, look how far your parents had to go to get yours.
And then it says, indeed, he is risen.
Oh,
I'm like,
God.
okay. God loves you, Keith, he says.
Good start.
Is that where it ends, though?
No,
No. Okay.
more pictures. You open it up,
Ah,
just
okay.
stock paper. And it's a picture of eggs, like real fancy eggs. Our ancestors surely did know how to dye those Easter eggs, didn't they?
Is that a joke?
Just like, no, not a joke per se, just a fascinating shit, right?
Yeah.
There's an
I'm
ordinate
still
egg.
stuck on indeed he is risen. It's like the most sort of, effete, condescending way to express
Indeed.
Was he risen?
The other way.
Indeed.
I'm gonna open it and be like, he'll be like Happy Easter, and I'll say to myself, "Oh yeah, right, he's risen. Indeed, he is risen." Oh, you really do know me. Our ancestors surely did know how to dye those Easter eggs. I don't know where I'm from. I gotta take
Well,
a
you're
spit
not
test.
1% Jewish.
You're not
We know
1%
that.
Jew.
Know
Yeah, yeah.
You couldn't tell us where I'm from. There's never any information about anything. But so
Those eggs are Ukrainian. Those are the Ukrainian eggs.
Oh, thank you, Ophira. Look at that, guys. I'm Ukrainian.
That's what those are.
Now we know. This is the closest I ever got to information. So thank you, Ophira. I'm Ukrainian, guys.
There you go.
Very exciting.
Based on eggs.
Right.
I mean, always, but.
And then a picture of my mom and dad when they were younger in front of food that she obviously made.
They're so close.
Yeah. They're so, oh yeah. They're even the picture.
They
looks
look like
unnatural.
the kids from The Shining.
Right.
Like, just holding hands
far
this
apart.
This is what we do. Yeah.
Well, this is the shining between this and the 47 times of happy birthday.
Right.
He has risen. He has risen. He has risen. He has risen.
I mean, for sure, you could submit that as proof of cognitive decline,
right?
Like,
then I get all the Easter eggs. I am certain beyond doubt that both your mother and I wish you a blessed Easter season and a most happy life. All our love, Mom and Dad.
What is this? A murder trial? You have to be beyond doubt. What? I swear to God, we love you.
I don't have doubt. I told you we did all that stuff at /dad. Then we have a VIP show. Me and my brother Ken do daddy issues, and we scanned him again as a person that he started flirting with. He's still with my mom. And then I said, Dad, it's me. You're doing it again. And he goes, I knew it. I got you, you dumb son of a bitch. And he sent the email. He never curses, right? But despite that, there's no doubt we want you to have a good Easter. And
I remember when you used to describe your childhood as normal. Like you meant it. It was real.
Yeah, he's like, everybody was lashed every day with 50 reeds and told about the risen King of Jesus Christ of Bethlehem.
You guys weren't any percent Jewish either, right? Okay. All right. Yeah, it's normal. Okay. And then
what's up with the? Oh, I'm sorry. I was going to go to questions, but your dad
ahead.
obviously is long-winded. Please.
Myka, people are curious about that painting in the back. That if you didn't really pay attention, looks like blackface or like a Cheshire cat or something.
Yeah, actually. Oh dear.
Canceled.
I know, right? Yeah, I'm subtly racist, but you have to figure it out.
3 clues.
I leave East. Yeah, Keith's dad likes those fancy Easter eggs, but mine will come in the form of blackface behind me.
I knew it this whole time.
It's a panther painted on black velvet. So if you get up close to it, you can see that it's a panther. I like to keep it behind me on
a black panther. Uh-huh.
It is a black. Yeah, there are.
So was it exciting when you won the ring toss and got that as a prize?
That was second prize. Let's be honest.
Calm down, rack of clothes. Everyone, calm down.
Is anybody involved in Dogecoin? Anybody playing the markets?
I bought and sold it like a little bitch.
Oh yeah.
I got scared off, but I'm still in AMC, go.
Where are you getting your info?
I told my brother.
She
Ken.
goes, oh, it's at 8 cents. Sell.
She's on an entirely meme-based financial plan.
I told my brother, hey, I've never got into anything, but I'm hearing things about this GameStop. Next thing I hear is going to be AMC, so I'm going to do AMC. And so he does it. And then I go, hey, well, it didn't work out the way we were thinking. I'm going to get rid of my AMC and try to at least break even. And then he goes, well, do you think I should do that? And then you don't want to be in charge of anybody's money, right? It's going to be your fault either way. And I'm like, what the fuck do I know? I'm just telling you what I'm doing. And he capped this, and now it's plummeting. Also, the only other thing I had to say was I'm hearing about Doge, and I'm going to buy Doge, and I'm going to save it for perhaps years. Who knows? And he goes, okay, then that's what you say. I'll get Doge, which that's what's being alluded to, that it's doing great now. I go, hey, this will cheer you up. Never mind that AMC shit you're sitting on. How about Doge? And he goes, yeah, I sold it. Look, I'm the one. I only mentioned 2 things. Now you're a clever day trader. It's like, yeah, I sold it, made 400, put it in something else, lost that. I'm like, I'm the one who told you about it, though. What are you inventing? And I said, well, never mind. Doge isn't doing good, Anyway, bye, click. How about that? And then he forgot all about it.
Yeah, sounds like you guys just need to go to Vegas or something. You want to gamble? You just like gambling. You just like gambling, and you're bored.
It's gambling, but leaving the money in your bank account too is worse. So You know, like the market's always going to go up. You leave it in the bank account, you're just kind of fucked. So
Myka,
that's if
that
you had
was-
extra
Sound
money.
like a broker.
Myka, that's not a water bottle anymore, is it? What is Now we're giving financial advice. What's the next segment? Newsy? Oh.
Calvin, when is the last time you've had a memory?
Oh, memories for those not in the know. Calvin has a jingling libido, if you know what I mean. And
He was celibate.
Right. And we said he's celibate, he's gonna get to know himself. Okay. Then we I don't know what we see on social media or something. Word gets out, you know, he's still banging. And we go, what are you doing, Calvin? He goes, well, this person you're alluding to doesn't count because that's a memory. And we go, huh? And then he says, somebody I fucked before, but I remember them so I could fuck them again. And that he count as being celibate. So this guy's always out there rocking and rolling. How's it
Does
going?
that also count as not cheating? Because
yeah, if it's a thought.
Yeah, no, it's just deja vu. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I've
They're
collected
like
enough
grandfathered
memories.
in, essentially.
Exactly. It's like a paradox, really, you know.
Oh, so you're saying if you fuck someone from like 6 years ago, you can just be like, oh, I just got to turn off that setting next time that says no.
As long as your number doesn't go up, it doesn't count.
Okay, got it.
Only new applicants. Myka, is your boyfriend listening in? It doesn't count, Myka's boyfriend.
He would never believe me if I said I did.
It was like
He trusts me so much. What a fool.
remember when Ashton Kutcher, he was with Demi Moore, and Demi's telling the story where they were thinking about having a three-way one time. Ashton ended up getting caught fucking another woman, and she went, what the hell? And Ashton said, I thought we were talking about having a three-way. She's like, yeah, that doesn't mean you have sex with a third person. He's like, oh, now I know. I didn't know.
Yeah, I was screening her.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's Calvin. Like, so not even memories. A word I just made up. Now I know that. I figured if I already fucked him, we can't go in the past. You said I had my people. Your heart was borrowed too.
Be careful. He's going to be like, oh, that guy, retweet. That was a retweet.
Right.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes you got to quote tweets as well. So you got to quote the tweet so you can retweet it.
It's a re-skeet.
So what's going on over there, Calvin?
I actually have had no new memories. I've been having the same memory, weirdly enough, since August. So, you know.
Oh.
Is that romance? I've been having the same memories. It's called a relationship, you coward.
Okay, no, well, we're still in denial. We've had two talks. So the first talk was to say that we were going to put labels on it. And then the second talk was to be like, we're going to put labels on this like at a later date. So it's like I'm subletting this relationship basically, but it's not a relationship.
It's a promise ring.
Oh my God, this is like, yeah, great. I love it. I love everything vague. Just keep going. Keep going.
It's the best version of a gay relationship I've ever had. Is we're just not going to even acknowledge that this exists, but we're going to keep doing it.
Good morning. It's weird, right? Yeah, very. Okay.
It's a tactic. It's a tactic.
It is.
You know what? I'm so sorry that we labeled your relationship as a memory.
Mhm. When it's just ambiguity.
No. When they're boyfriends. But anyways, yeah.
I thought a
see, that's
memory
great
is
memory.
when you have sex with someone while listening to the soundtrack to Cats.
You have that album, right, Calvin?
No, that is a
No,
wonderful
Christian
memory.
does.
Yes.
I don't have cats. I've started.
Christian.
You
Christian.
asshole.
You what?
I have Starlight Express.
Okay.
I have Jesus Christ Superstar of the Andrew Lloyd Webber collection.
Annie.
Oh, that was the best one.
Do you have Annie?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Annie, no. Come on.
Not Annie?
Not
The Sound of
Philistine.
Music.
Annie is
Sound
a
of Music,
musical
no.
for pedophiles.
Always said.
You
it.
have Andrew Lloyd Webber's follow-up to Jesus Christ Superstar, which was Phantom of the Opera.
Oh, Phantom.
That was the next one he did. Isn't that sad?
Was it really?
But
That was the next one?
all of his songs sound the
wow.
same though. Pretty
It's just
much.
weird. This was
Once you recognize a Andrew Lloyd Webber melody, you can tell they're all kind of variations on the same theme. That is true.
What a hack.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What kind of citizenship test was this, by the way? Fucking weird. All right.
I know that was the final question. They're like, it's all riding on this. Double or nothing. Into the country.
Newsy, take us into our next segment. I mean, that was a totally planned segment. Keith and I always knew that we were going to talk about what's Christian listening to.
Is that an actual question or are you being silly?
No, we got it. We just did that.
Yeah, okay. Sorry.
That was good.
It's a memory.
Newsy, please.
I fucked Andrew Lloyd Webber. Let's just come out and say it.
There's another question about Rushmore. Roderick asks Keith, who is in the movie Rushmore?
Oh, well, of course.
that's
everybody
Good
knows
one.
that.
That's a good one.
Bill Murray. He knocked the basketball out of that kid's hand. That was awesome. And then other things happened.
Jason Schwartzman.
Jason
and Olivia
Schwartzman.
Olivia Williams. Nice.
Wait, what?
And-
there are
and-
only
and
two
Luke,
people in that movie.
Owen Wilson.
Oh, and Luke.
Yeah.
Luke's
Tyler
in it
Perry.
too, right?
Tyler Perry was
Yes,
in
and
it,
Luke
right?
as well, yes.
Wasn't Tyler Perry in that? I thought.
Tyler Perry? I'm not. I
Yeah.
don't think so.
Doesn't Medea pop in on that one?
Yeah.
I would
Coach
actually
shoots the
love to see
president,
Wes
right?
Anderson do a Medea film. That would be like a really dry, ironic Medea film. That would actually be kind
Medea
of
goes
awesome.
to the art museum.
Every great director does a Medea short. Like Oliver Stone has a 20-minute Medea movie.
I'd love to see Medea in a Wes Anderson font. I think it would bring a lot of class.
They are doing a Medea the early years, apparently. They're developing this for Showtime.
I wanted to know how she became herself. Yeah.
She's really nice. That was my Owen Wilson impression. Sorry.
I'm seeing a fun news story here. Ready? People were asking in the chat room. They were saying, how many bummer news stories are there going to be? Today's a special occasion. None today. A woman was arrested at JFK Airport. They found drugs in her purse. They found 3 pellets of filled with cocaine. So then they searched her, and they found 3 pounds of cocaine in pellets shoved in her bra. And
Wait,
then they found them in her vagina, and then they found them in her asshole. So
A lot of decoy coke. That's a lot of decoy coke.
you stick coke up your vagina, you stick it in your asshole, you put it in your bra, and then you're like, shit, there's 3 pills left over. And
So basically, they found her neck, her back, her pussy, and her crack.
But can she mix a cocktail?
I don't even understand how she got caught. Did they open the pills and snort what's inside? If it's in a pill, I think you're good to go.
they found
You
the 3.
think?
I guess it showed up the 3 that she had in her purse, and that's the only reason she was lazy about 3 pills.
That makes no sense to
Wow.
me.
No.
I
that
could
is
picture Myka
one of the
yelling.
more irresponsible.
It's a
Yeah, I don't-
do I have to open up all my pills? Like, all right, you're busted. Let's see. Yerlina Hernandez Devona, a U.S. resident like you, Ophira. Border agents found 3 pounds of cocaine on her. They it started with those 3 pills at first, then found them everywhere. Street value of $94,000. That is a lot of. I don't want to talk like I'm
Wow.
fucking a millionaire with Doge, but that doesn't sound like enough. That doesn't sound like enough.
What? Oh, to
Whatever
me?
her cut of 94,000 is, doesn't sound like it's worth it.
What is your number, Keith?
125.
Okay. All right.
A cut of 125.
It's a rough economy
Nice.
right now. 94 is pretty good. I'm just saying.
Do you
Not bad.
remember what was the movie? Okay, ready, everybody? Okay.
Yes.
What was the movie where they went to a casino and then she ended up sleeping with, I believe it's Robert Redford, and
It's
then
Casino.
Are you talking about Indecent Proposal?
yes. Okay, thank you. In Indecent Proposal, they're a happy couple, but they need money, and this guy comes in and is like, "I will pay $1 million to sleep with your woman," and they're like, "Oh." They're just distraught over just even being asked, and they're weighing it, and they're weighing their relationship. And can you imagine that now? Can you imagine $1 million being offered right now? It's $10. I'll Venmo you. You send me your tip shots.
My boyfriend would be he would be like prying my lips open for him. He's like, go get in there. Yeah, get on in.
But also, if you're the woman in that scenario, it's like, why do I need you? I can just have sex with this dude for $1 million. Why would I do it for 500,000? Like, why do I give you any money in this
Oh,
context?
Christian, it's
You're
Tax
so
purposes.
unromantic.
It's a tax write-off. Excuse you.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, of course.
Think of the
Sorry.
1099.
I mean, there's a famous, I think it's actually a Winston Churchill story, I think, where it's like, I know, here we go again. I'm all American, and now this is about this is talking
He's
about
going to become
Churchill.
a British citizen, too.
So about him saying, asking some woman, he was like, would you sleep with me for $1 million? And you know this, Kevin. And then she's like, maybe. And he was like, how about $1? And she was like, who do you think I am? And he was like, well, that's obvious. We're just negotiating.
I think Indecent Proposal is also the movie that lifted an entire very famous monologue from Citizen Kane. And people were like, everyone knows that. That's from Citizen Kane. And they were like, oh, you got us.
Well, when he
Wait,
kept referring
really?
to her vagina, when he kept referring to Demi Moore's vagina as a rosebud, I thought that was a little conspicuous.
In fairness, who can get through all of Citizen Kane?
I have not yet.
I will say, I
Not the
thought
same.
Citizen Kane's, I agree in general about old movies. I feel like they're really not nearly as entertaining to modern eyes as people make it. But Citizen Kane was actually one of the few I actually kind of still enjoyed. But
Well, I finally watched Sophie's Choice, and you know what, guys? You are picking
1980.
weird music, weird movies to quote. That's just, I had to sit through all that to understand what Sophie's Choice is, and it was horrible.
Yeah.
Yes, I agree,
Wait,
but you guys are
you didn't
very
have to.
weird.
You didn't have to sit through it to understand what the movie's about, right?
Yeah. You could have
Like-
just Googled, what do they mean by Sophie's Choice?
And the choice was obviously the son, because that daughter was like, boring.
Chemda, the
Get
whole
her outta
movie is
here.
like, the whole movie, she's like, what choice? What's going to be the choice? Like, is this the choice? Like,
I
Every time she
saw
did something, like, oh, the cereal she picked.
I saw the modern version of that movie, and it's called The Good Son.
That might have been
Macaulay
later,
Culkin?
I don't know.
When she
Yeah.
was at the end, she had
Don't
to
even
save.
give it away, Keith. Don't
Well,
even give it away.
I think you just did, Chemda. So,
let me guess, they make a choice.
Unless
It's
Macaulay
between
Culkin
two
was in
children.
the-
Good.
right? Unless the kids were in the Holocaust, I think you figured it out. Newsy, give us a final question before we get out of here, if you please.
Sure. Chemda, what
Oh.
is the most disturbing news segment that had you questioning your host's sanity?
God, I remember this.
Really?
Actually, no, there was no. A kind of. There was a day where I'm like, I believe after the show, I'm like, Keith, we're gonna have to put a cap on some of these stories, and it's the ones where we can either have like a baby death day or like a check out how many times this woman got raped. There was like back-to-back Ubers and back-to-back rapes, and I'm like, oh my God.
I didn't do the fun voice.
Your voice is just fun, like one of
Okay.
a Muppet. So that is not-
Brainbridge.com. Sorry.
Oh my goodness.
that is not the final question. Newsy, how many?
You caught him unawares, and he clearly wasn't on top of this shit because he was just like, "What's the first fucking shitty question in the chat I can pull out?" I saw it on his face. He's like,
Wait, someone in the chat wrote eels.
Oh.
Yes.
I mean, I feel like that's just, I agree. Whatever that was, that
Don't
was the most
agree.
disturbing.
Ophira, do not agree.
Okay.
It was a
some kinky Kevin Allison shit. I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah. Have you ever done this, Kevin, where you're like, oh, there's something. I wonder if I could masturbate to it. So I was looking at these two women and they were putting eels in each other's assholes. And I wanted to see if I could finish to it. And I could. They were so slippery. They just went right in.
I have never tried the eels technique.
Right. That's something I was doing for science and just, all right. Just me. Okay. All right.
Yeah. Well,
Literally
I'm glad.
just you.
And those two
Done a
women
census, just you.
Newsy, what else did they asking?
There was a question of what is everyone's high low during the pandemic, but that feels like I'm gonna let you answer it.
What's that?
The high low of the pandemic. So what's your high, the best thing of the pandemic, the low, the worst?
I guess the deaths are kind of a bummer, right?
It's Keith's birthday. What's the high and low of knowing him?
Oh my God.
We'll save that for your funeral.
That's for another time. That's for another time. Don't worry about it.
Your dad's birthday. We'll do that for your dad's birthday.
That sounds good.
I think it's sad that the first thing I thought of when you said like the high of the pandemic was the night that Trump got COVID, when everybody was just like fucking. That was like the elation that everybody was feeling. It was crazy. It was like in the Wiz when when it was, can you
feel a brand new
day?
Oh,
no more musical references.
That was the most exciting 24 hours of the internet that has ever been.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Just like, did he die? You could refresh every 2 seconds. Maybe maybe this second.
That was my porn. I was literally like, come on, let's do it. Come on, let's do it. Like, it was very hot.
Wow. Between that and waiting to hear if Joe Biden was in or not. That's so funny.
Oh, the moment, the day of the reaching 270s was so awesome in New York. Yeah.
Oh,
pretty sweet.
Oh, yeah.
Got wasted at 11:30.
Yeah.
The second, people were like climbing into the backyard with champagne. Like, it was mayhem in the streets in Brooklyn. It was incredible.
Oh yeah, I went into the wine store and they were like, "We're out of all the good champagne." I was like, "I never buy that. Don't worry about it."
Wow.
I feel like the fascist coup attempt was a bit of a low.
See, I liked that too.
Different reasons.
I just like good entertainment. It was fucking. I mean, like, you get to watch potentially the end of America. What a thrill!
Did anybody think after the first insurrection, like, okay, now they're ready?
First,
please try again. Anybody think that? No? All right, forget it. I didn't. I just wonder if any wackos did. Okay, whatever. Praying, fingers crossed. All right.
He's like, side question: does anyone else look at child porn? No, not me either.
Calvin Cato, you want to follow online at Calvin S. Cato is the Instagram. The Twitter is Cato Calvin. Say hi over there, right? See what's doing. This guy's just sucking and fucking. He don't care, right? Maybe you want to see what that's about.
What kind of credits are
Please
these?
stop pouring me out on every podcast.
Wow.
Like some strung out Roxanne. Please no.
Myka Fox, you can follow online as well, of course. She is not fucking or sucking, as made clear, right?
Wow, you managed to really be offensive with both of them, which is impressive on some level.
What can I say?
Go fuck this whore on the corner. Don't fuck that other whore.
I told you to promote my show, but okay.
In lieu of that.
Her show's at The Stand. You can check it out. It's called Great Hang. And it really is. You know what I mean? Myka?
Yeah, I mean, it'll be the first one, but I think you will know what you mean.
Yeah.
Just the worst.
Come to New York, May 18th at The Stand, hosted by me and my undersexed boyfriend.
Nice. Christian Finnegan, are you getting some?
It's weird. Fucking, not so much sucking. I don't know. It's
You're missing out.
Really? Oh.
You want to download his albums,
Sure, why not? Why not?
Right?
What else do you have to do? Come on.
Yeah. Come on now. All right. Ophira Eisenberg.
I'm sucking in the morning, sucking in the evening. It's my musical.
Wow. It's the Peter, Paul, and Mary version.
She let me know to tell you about NPR's Ask Me Another. You can hear it. It comes out every Friday. Her Venmo is at Ophira E. So check that out. And Kevin Allison.
Well, who doesn't love Kevin? Kevin, who doesn't love you? Go ahead.
Oh my.
Okay.
Nobody worth their salt.
Keith read everybody else's credits, but you just do your fucking shit. Just fucking tell people.
I will soon be fucking and sucking again.
It's the Risk Podcast, and you can follow the Kevin Allison online. Love the Risk Show. And that's that. Okay.
Also,
I gotta
thank
go
you to
read these
Newsy.
cards now.
Newsy for
Newsy's
doing
the
our.
Yes. I was interrupted. I was going to say all that, Newsy.
Hey, glad to be here. Thanks.
He hosts Q&A on Keith and the Girls VIP, and he'll be here for the rest of KATG week. So keithandthegirl.com/tickets if you want to come to all the other events. Thank you all for being here. Big COVID hugs. And have a great night. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.